Got a bit of a Nintendo bundle for you now, as we have various comments from Eiji Aonuma, and one of which is regarding the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, of course, when Breath of the Wild was delayed until 2017, many people, including myself, made the fairly reasonable assumption that it was because they wanted to do a dual launch with the Nintendo NX and the Wii U versions coming out at the same time, so that the Breath of the Wild was a NX launch title. However, in an interview with Edge, which was then quoted by Nintendo Life, Aonuma said that development was interrupted by communication problems at milestone check-ins. And what does this actually mean? Well, he says, quote, "At one of the milestones, the game was fantastic. There were so many great elements, but at the next milestone, that was all gone. I made a lot of comments about what they needed to add, but I never told them what I thought was good about the game at that milestone. So they added stuff that I'd recommended, but they also added some other elements they thought would work well, and that ended up breaking all the good parts of the previous build. If I'd managed that well, maybe development wouldn't have extended quite so much." So basically he believes that it's a failure on his part to make sure that his communication was clear, and not only was he saying, like, look, here's are the improvements, but here's what I love about the game, so don't change that part, add what I've suggested in a way that works with what you've already built, rather than undoing some of what you've already done, which actually works really well. And obviously that to go back and undo some of the things they did and work everything in and yada yada yada, obviously added a significant portion of time to development. The other comment he made in this same interview is that apparently Nintendo has been asking him to create a new IP, which is pretty interesting, as he's been working on Zelda for almost 20 years now. And he said, quote, "Actually, Nintendo has been telling me to create a new IP, but then they're also telling me to make more Zelda games. I can't really share much. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say anything, but I really like the idea of a game where I can live as a thief. That's all I'll say." I'm down for a new Nintendo IP. One of the big surprises for the Wii U was, of course, Splatoon, a new IP from Nintendo, and while I haven't played it myself, by all reports, it's a very, very good game indeed, and a fresh IP with Aonuma at the helm. I think many fans would be excited to see what he would do outside of Zelda. What would he take from Zelda and implement into a new game? Would he not take anything at all? Would he just try and say, look, I'm going to play something completely different? Maybe some of the ideas and some things I've learned over the years would be implemented, of course, but it wouldn't be a Zelda-esque game. It would be a completely new idea, new characters, etc. I would be actually really down to play that game, and I'm sure many people would agree. And the last thing is regarding the Nintendo NX, as in its latest annual reports, Nintendo detailed various things, such as, say, the research and development activities for the future, as well as the hardware development. And the relevant part of this lengthy report reads, quotes, "Nintendo is also devoted to the development of a gaming platform codenamed NX with a brand new concept which will be launched in March 2017 globally." So basically this means that despite the various troubling reports that production is behind schedule, it's only just begun, or other reports that have suggested that the NX was not going to make its March 2017 release date, it seems no, that's not the case. Nintendo believes that they are on target to release in March of next year, which is definitely good. Hopefully this means we can get a reveal what the hell this thing is soon. That would be great. Regardless of all that though, that is me done for this particular video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.